Hello, welcome to the Critical Obsession podcast. My name is Mirella,
And I'm Zoe.
and today we're going to react to episode 10 of Last Twilight. I am ready to get my heart ripped out.
Not gonna lie, I thought something seriously bad had happened to you because there was suddenly no freaking out person in my chat demanding that I link them things. So I was like, oh my god, is she okay? I'm like,
Listen, last week's episode broke me. It broke me. The emotion and damage that it gave me, I cannot express how bad it was. I was staring into nothing. I was with my parents and they were like, "Are you okay? Oh, was it really that bad?"
it was
I
beautiful.
it was, but it was a lot, a lot to handle. I don't handle emotions well, so
I will confess that I have already cried this evening. So I started reading part 2 in a book series, and I thought it's really dumb because in the book it makes it look like they're about to die, but it's only 2 chapters in, and it's a 20 chapter book, so obviously they're not going to die. I got really emotional all of a sudden and then it just didn't stop, and I was like, wow, this is not bode well for later on.
you were training.
Yeah, I was
Well,
like, I'm feeling emotional. I don't know what happens.
I don't know.
Perhaps it's just a relief of the work week being over.
Maybe. So let's go watch it.
I know, right? I'm excited, but low-key scared.
I made
Because
a post of it.
we were talking about this during the week. We really don't know what to expect now, because a lot of the things we thought might happen have happened, but happened earlier and didn't quite happen the way we thought they were going to happen. And
Yeah.
it just last week would have been a really good ending.
Yes.
And then
Feels like an ending to a chapter, and
yeah,
not a
maybe
chapter book. It's like a series of books, and that was the ending of one book.
yeah, maybe. It's
Another book.
it's like yeah, and but I feel like it would have worked as the end, or at least the episode before the end. So if this had been 10 episodes and tonight was the last episode, I feel like I know what we would have gotten. And based on the trailer and based on the feelings and all that, I was like, okay, I kind of know what to expect. But now that it's definitely 12 episodes, I have no freaking idea. let's see how we feel after the first part. I want to yeah, I'm really curious.
Let's dive in.
Okay, let's do it. Oh my god.
Part 1.
Okay, so to follow on from our previous conversation, I cried.
I almost cried when she started crying.
Ugh.
Zoe, everything is twisted. The stuff that we expected to happen it's happening right now. Him deciding to leave him because he thinks he's not good enough, and
oh my god, yes, I know.
But at the same time, last episode, we cannot leave him. Oh my god, what is this series doing?
Do you know what though? It's I'm my notes are literally just hands, because of the way they were holding hands and they first walked in. I'm just these boys in their hands. And then
but before that, the song. Oh, it's hard to listen to the song. I was expecting it. I have been expecting it for so long, since the first time I heard it. I kept looking for it, kept waiting for it to be posted. But once it was posted, the full song on YouTube, I couldn't. It took me several days to convince myself to go and watch the music video and listen to it, because it was so emotionally loaded. It was so hard. It's so hard to listen to it because of it.
Well, my thing was, I was just okay. It was so funny because I knew this bit would be at the beginning, because obviously this is when they first come back. In the trailer, Walker's wearing the clothes that he had on, so I knew it was gonna be here, sort of. But I was like, this is not where I thought this was going. And then I was like, once again, we got tricked by the edit in the trailer, because the way they edited it in the trailer, it made it look like Mort quit while he was standing there holding Day's hand.
Yeah.
And I'm like, you bastards.
The fact that she threw Mock's hand off
oh
Day's hand.
yeah,
Oof. And Knight. I love the way Mock and Knight exchanged views. Views? Is that correct to say?
looks.
Yeah, exchange looks, and Knight is like, ugh, it's bad, man.
Yeah,
and
he's like, I
and
tried
Mock,
to tell you, like, dude.
yeah,
Yeah,
and Mock
I
was
was,
so
you know
sad.
what? Like, I know lots of people are big fans of her and whatever, but I struggled in this. I really did, because he's being so damn freaking respectful to her, like even lying to her about like what Day saw last and everything to try and make her, you know, think and like also but feel better.
Didn't the scene where they go to the doctor happen first?
Yeah,
They go there
sorry. I
and
like I kind of skipped right past that because I feel like we already knew that was happening. But yeah, so he's blind, which we knew.
and he knows. He already
Yeah,
accepted it, and he had to comfort her.
yeah. I feel
But
like he was.
you know,
I feel like at this point in time, like when they first got back to the house and everything, like he was fine about being blind, which is really funny.
yeah,
The thing that he was like afraid of and he was worried about was her finding out that he's now blind, and also
yeah.
about what she would do because she knew he would be pissed about them being away. But like
Mm-hmm.
him being blind wasn't one of the things that he was worried about. Meanwhile, poor bloody Mork has been like killing himself about this since they friggin' left because he knew that this is what was going to be the outcome, but he didn't
Yeah.
care because he would do
He wanted
anything. He
to
wanted
grant
Day to have his
this.
wish. Yeah, he wanted
Yeah.
to have him to have his last Twilight, and I'm just like,
Ending.
yeah,
The ending.
yeah, and so of course when he's like
But the
telling,
fact he thought that ending is, going to the wedding, seeing something that he wants to see. I mean, doing something that he really wants to do by himself, having this experience, but his last Twilight was Mock.
yeah, but not
All
even that.
along.
Like it even paints even more so like why he was so pissed when they got up there and it wasn't like everything it could
Yeah.
be. You know, besides the fact that he knew that Day was like losing his vision, you know, faster and faster, it was because like this was like one of the last things that they would do together. I'm making myself all
Yes.
emotional.
And then they go back home, and I kind of she got me pissed a little bit when she is like, "Knight, take him," because
she
he's
treating
not
him
a
like
child,
he's
he's not an
5 years
object.
old.
Yeah, but
It's
at
so
the same
frustrating.
time, she's so freaking scared. She's scared. She's scared. I can see that in her. Like when she started to talk to him, her wanting to know what his last image, the last image that she saw was, and imagine how scared she'd be. I mean, she's scared. She doesn't trust Mock, and now Day wants to depend on him in a way, like trust him completely. And
Yeah, but she
I
hasn't.
kind of understand her.
I get her point of view too. Like I get she's scared. I get she doesn't know him, but she hasn't tried to get to know him. Just like she didn't take the time to spend these last days with Day.
Yes, it's true. Yeah, I felt like when she was talking to him, when she was like, "Why did you do that? That was dangerous." It kind of felt like she wanted to say thank you, but she just couldn't.
Yeah, I would be
Because
interested.
there are two personalities fighting in her, like the helicopter mother, and the person that is just her,
Yeah,
without having like this big thing that is pressing on her, and that like this big responsibility, this kind of tragedy for her. And like these two things are fighting, and right now the part that is tragic and sad and like
scared.
like the bad part of the fairy tale is winning within her.
Yeah, I mean, you should just see like at the end of this show, like what their relationship is like, her and Mork. Not her and Day. I'm actually really not that curious about that, but her and Mork, I'm really curious to see what she's going to be like. Whether she's still going to be like this, or whether she'll actually sort of get out of her own way and actually have a relationship with her son and like this person who is literally the most important person in his life. Like he told her that, like, oh my god. Anyway, we'll get to that in a minute. But yeah, I feel like I was the same. I struggled because I've not had as much affection for her through this show as you have, but I didn't have a problem with her. Do you know what I mean? Like,
it's not that I had affection for her, but I understand her.
Yeah.
And I understand her not
like
the way when you see someone do something bad or stupid that you know is not the best choice, but you still understand where they're coming from and why they're doing this, and it doesn't mean it makes you like them. Or right now she's like the evil parent who's keeping the prince locked in the castle, not letting them outside or anything. But also I can see the good part in her, that is really struggling, and is just locked inside of her because of the fear that she's experiencing, and fear and grief as well.
And that's why I'm curious to see where she goes, as I said. So, but like, I mean,
because when she says like, he's my son, it's like she said to me, it read like, he is mine.
Yeah.
He's not yours, he's mine,
Yeah. I mean, this whole bit,
but
like the bit where she rips him apart, essentially, because that's what she does. And it's cruel too. It's cruel because not only is she doing that, but like, she literally knows that Day is now blind and fairly reliant on Day, on Mork, or feels safe and comfortable with him. Like, she knows that. And as I said, I get she's scared and I get she's having a moment or whatever, but the way she does that is not only like just horrible in general, but it's actually cruel today. And then I like got my back up because she's ordering him around like he's a child, which is really frustrating. But as I said, and then you have freaking Mork, who's just so...
I cannot. Still, she almost made me cry. She's like the antagonist right now, but you really, really feel. I anyway feel for her, and I know she'll come around. She needs a bit of time. She's not the best parent. She adapted certain roles that she can handle, and it worked well for a time. But now, the way she works, it left this void in their life where Mork fits perfectly. So
the problem with me is you're empathizing with her. You can see where she's coming from. I don't have any sympathy or empathy for her in this scene. This is my problem. Really? This is my thing, because the reason why I cried in this scene was because of Mork. It wasn't, but then I'm unhealthily attached to this character, this fictional character. But like, he just, I mean, as I said, the way he lied to her. He's being so respectful, but he lied to her to make her feel better, right? To paint a beautiful picture, because she's going to be afraid that Day was scared, frightened, like whatever. And so he's painted this beautiful memory for her where he hasn't alerted her to the fact that like this beautiful moment was actually theirs, that she could never be a part of, right? So he's painted her a picture that she can, imagine and be a part of and all the rest of it. And he's so respectful to her. And I'm just like, what killed me was when I realized that he was blaming himself, and I just said, going that this was always going to be the outcome. That's what got me. He is a much better person than I am. He understands her. He wants them to have a healthy relationship. He lacks those things. Do you know what I mean? Like, because he can never have that chance again. So he wants that. He loves Day. He wants Day to have everything, like including a mother who cares for him, that she would fight like a ferocious mama bear. He wants that, totally. That's why he's not kicking up a fuss or making it difficult for any of them. And that's what really got me in this scene. And she did make me like perk up a little bit for her with the fact that she actually let him go and say goodbye, because for a minute there I didn't think she was going to let him. So she's better than probably like 75% of like BL parents that I've seen in the past, where they would have just like banned him from the house, but like not actually let him say goodbye as well. Like, I feel like that used to be a big trend where they would be like, you can't see my kid again, and have them dragged physically from the house or whatever. So she won some brownie points with me when she let him go and say goodbye. And so then we had him go into the bedroom with Day, and I was just like, Oh.
He's like, this book has ended. And I'm like, this series is made of books.
Yeah, I
That was
know.
funny too.
But you know what got me? How he's like, it's time to find yourself a new book. Because, like,
Yeah.
he was Last Twilight. So he's like, you need to move on. Oh my god, as if he could move on, dude. Did you just miss what happened? No, I mean, he knows.
I was like, is this really happening? But at the same time, like, we have been expecting this, but at the same time, is this really fucking happening?
Well, it's funny because it's like, I feel like he doesn't, like, it's interesting because when he first came back to the room and he was sort of like sitting with him, and then when he said the thing about the book and everything, and I'm just like, oh, he's leaving him. Why he would never lie? What's he doing? You know, and then when...
But I'm curious, was he not expecting Day to follow him? I mean, what did you think? Day would just let him go? I mean, come on.
I don't know.
He told him he would let him go.
Yeah, I don't know. And it's like, I'm watching it, I'm thinking, oh my god, he's just like, you know, and then when Day was like, I'm gonna go and talk to her and everything, and he was like holding on to him, I was like, oh, he's not letting him go. He's just like, they can't have this relationship, like not their relationship, but this relationship anymore. Like, and so I'm like having this moment where I'm like, is he fully intending, like, when shit dies down again, to try and have their relationship?
Because I had this thought that maybe he wanted to build himself up without, you know, his mom's help. He wanted to take some time to make something of himself, to fix his life so that he doesn't rely on Day's mother, and to create this environment where he can support Day. He can, you know,
like, they have other options if they need them.
Yes, but at the same time, who knows if he can do it? He cannot ask Day to wait for him, you know?
Yeah, but I get this vibe that he's not trying to let him go. Do you know what I mean? Like, it's almost like he's like, this is what has to happen now. It's like when he said to him, like, you know, I knew this was going to happen before we left, but we had to go and do it, sort of thing. And the way Dave says to him, why didn't you try and stop me? And he's just like, like, do I have that kind of power? Can I make you not mad at your mom? It's like, how powerful am I?
But the fact that this is what made Day cry. This is what made Day cry.
Yeah.
I mean, he's been through so much already, and
sorry.
I'm leaving this in.
I'm like literally sitting here while we're talking about this crying, so like my nose got really runny all of a sudden. Oh, sorry about that, everybody.
My emotions are all over the place. I'm like, cooler. 1 minute I'm almost crying, the other one I'm like laughing, the other one like incredulous. What is going on?
Oh, I know. It's just this show, seriously.
But she wants to keep him locked inside his
Oh my god. Oh my god. Like, I was just like, what the fuck, Mom? And it was so funny because it's so selfish. I get it. I understand it. She's afraid. She's whatever. She can control the situation if he stays in his room like the princess locked in the tower for the rest of his fucking life. What kind of life is that? And I loved Night when she said that. Like, because I was like, oh, it's so funny. Like, Night's face was like, what the fuck, Mom?
Listen, I think she's saying this because she's distressed right now. Look, her son disappeared. She was really scared for him. He reappeared and suddenly she knows he's blind. I mean, she needs a bit of time right now. I think she's talking nonsense. And Night's expression's like, okay, I cannot talk to her right now. You know?
I can't deal with this right now. It's almost
I can't reach to her right now.
Yeah, it's almost like I'm assuming she's gonna need distance, or two things is gonna happen. One, she'll get some distance and she'll realize she's being dumb, or two, Day will do, or something will happen with Day that will make her have to reassess what's going on. So, but like she's Mork as the problem. Like, oh, you know,
I don't think so.
No,
I don't think she's just scared of him.
No,
she's just scared of him
because she said, like, you know, before you know, I didn't think you would last, and then you came and you got him out of his room, and then, you know, blah blah blah, and then like that's not a good thing because
Listen,
now
while she
look,
was
he's
saying this, I was
blind.
thinking, is she going to thank him right now?
No,
But
but
she
I'm
didn't,
just
because
saying,
this,
like, I'm saying I think she has this like irrational thing in her mind that like everything that's happening now is because, you know, Day left his room. Because don't forget, she had never accepted the fact, really, that he was going to go blind. Like, this was just...
do you think, I don't think so.
I don't think
The
on
fact
a... I don't think on
they need the fact that
like, I don't think
yeah,
on an
no,
intelligent
this,
level she thinks that. I just think that when you're in this, like, emotional about something, you act completely irrational where, like,
yeah,
things don't make
basically
sense.
she's being dumb. She's being dumb.
Yeah, so I think it's, like, I think later on she'll, like, get to realize that this is not, like, Mork is not the problem.
Yeah.
So, but I was just like, oh my god. And then Day, oh my
Yeah,
god.
but that moment, they should have, he should have waited. I mean, he was emotional. Everyone was emotional, making wrong choices in this part. I mean, everyone needed a bit of time.
I know, but
She needed a bit of time. Oh my
I
god.
so wanted to applaud him though, because like I'm like, finally. And I'm like, good
But
for
the
him.
way
But he
Mock
doesn't follow through is the
got
other problem.
Mock got so fucking frightened, well, one day did that
Yeah, well, I
when
mean, I
he
think there's so many reasons for that. I mean, first off, it's so telling because like Day knows, like Mork tells him that he lied basically to give her a good thought or a good memory,
Mhm.
to comfort her, sort of thing. And Day's like, fuck that, I'm ripping the band-aid off, mum, this is not about you. And he just like, and I was really, I thought for a minute we might get her, because she's sort of like,
I think she what another emotion that I missed that is messing things up for her in her head is, I think she feels sorry for the fact that she wasn't there for him.
oh, of course she has so much guilt.
This is also a big
Yeah,
a big factor of why she's acting like this right now, and she cannot think rationally.
yeah, she can't go back and
For
fix
Mark,
it, and
Mark
she resents,
kind of understood.
yeah,
He understood that right now, they, by doing that, they made they escalated the
yeah,
things.
yeah,
It wasn't a good moment to do that.
no,
Like, oh
but I
no.
think he was trying to explain to her exactly like what
Mhm.
what means to him, which is basically he literally told her that he's the most important thing in his life, and she can't hear that right now because she's resentful of Mork, because Mork was there when, I just said, when she couldn't be, or when she wasn't willing to be. I think that's the big thing. It's not that she couldn't be there, it's like she didn't make the effort.
That, and she's scared to trust him and other thing. No, it's complicated. It's very complex.
It's like, it's complicated, we don't talk about it.
And so then she asked him
Oh
to
wait, hang on,
leave,
before we get on to
and
that,
yeah.
do you know what I love? I felt like there was this really funny, not funny, but like, I must admit, I was like, while I was busily sobbing, I kind of had like a moment where I sort of barked out a bit of laughter. I mean, it wasn't laughter, but I was like amused, because when Day did his like big reveal and everything, and like, you know, as you said, Mork's like, oh fuck, and like upset, and, you know, like scared, worried and concerned, and all the rest of it, and totally not really ready to deal with that situation. And Night totally had this like, oh shit moment, and it just like made me like, it took me out of it for a second, but it was totally in his character, so I really enjoyed that. But oh, the way
I have a note here that says Knight tried. He tried.
I know, he tried. He really did try, like, for real. And it's like this bit where she tells Mork that he stepped over the line and everything. But the bit that got me was when she turned her back on them, because like they can't see that, but like she's dismissing Mork like in the most, you know, kind of final way. And also it's like he can't, you know, as I said, Day can't see that, but he knows her well enough to know that that's what's happening, because he starts crying even more. And I'm just like, that's kind of sad. The fact that he knows her so well, that he knows that that's how she's behaving, yet she doesn't know him at all.
Yeah.
She knows the son that she fostered and thinks she created, but she doesn't actually really know him. Not the person he is, like, in this moment. So, but
yeah, he hasn't accepted the person that he is.
That's right, and he's changed. Like, since he met Mork, he's changed so much. Like, they've grown together. They both have. Like, they have, like, the growth the two of them have had together is, like, exponential. It's just insane, like, how they've changed each other's lives. And she does not know.
In the beginning, in the second episode, we had that scene where Day was telling Mork about how he can how it's, you don't know how that is to look into the mirror and not see the person that you were before or something like that. So he was not ready to accept his new self.
Yeah.
And right now it's his mom's problem.
Yeah.
He cannot accept his new self.
She just wants her little boy that she can lock in the room and that she can control, the good son, the, you know, whatever. And
she can protect.
That's right.
From her point of view.
So, and now he's rowdy and disagreeable and doesn't listen to her and has other options, and, you know.
And the world is a dangerous place. And Mork makes him leave, but at the same time he puts him in danger, and that is scary as fuck for her.
But even then, like, I mean, even like the bit where Day comes out, and they all just stood there except for Day. Like, Mork. Like, Mork straight away is like he's like, you know, I mean, he didn't say this, but he's like, babe, what are you doing, kind of thing, like, and is helping him. While the other two are just standing there like a couple of stunned fish. Like,
well, because it's Mork's job to do that. Everyone, like, well, he does
apparently
that.
Not, because he just quit.
They don't know how much they rely on him. They don't know how much they rely on him.
It's his, like, calling in life. It's not a job for him. It's just, like, it's his number one desire.
It's his nature. Yeah.
But, like, I have to give Pierre, like, props for the way this end scene of this first part is shot, because the way they're all just standing there, it's like they're frozen in that moment. Like, Mork doesn't want to leave Day. Day doesn't want Mork to leave, but they're, like, stuck. They can't, you know, she has dismissed them, but she's not. She's, like, backed herself into a corner thing where even if she had a little bit of, like, doubt that she was doing the right thing or whatever, she can't, you know, kind of go back in this moment. And then you've got Knight standing in the middle, and Mark is brilliant in this part of the scene because he is just, like, he's doing these, like, aborted movements with his hands where he's, like, clenching his fists and, like, opening them. Like, he wants to do something. He wants to make something happen. Like, you know, he wants to fix it, I think. And he has no idea how.
Yeah, you can see his brain, like, working.
He
100%. Like,
very, very good acting here. Very, very. And if I hadn't been, like, really, like, paying attention to that end scene, I would not have noticed the hands, you know. Once again, I feel like I started the beginning of this segment saying hands, but now I'm also going to see hands again, but for a completely different reason.
So let's go watch the second part.
I don't know. I'm actually.
What do you mean you don't know? Let's go watch the second part.
No, hang on a second. No, but because, like, I joked before at the beginning of the podcast where I was like, I'm a little bit, like, I'm excited, but I'm a little bit scared. But in actual fact, I wasn't expecting it to be quite as full on as it was in this first part. But I'm afraid a little bit of this next bit, and I don't know why, but I just am.
Let's see what happens.
That's not very reassuring. You should be telling me that I shouldn't be afraid. Everything's going to be okay. So, yeah, okay, sure.
I only have the, energy to hide my own fear. So you're going to have to deal with it. Let's go.
We might need a third person. And we need a voice of reason while you and I have meltdowns. All right, let's do this. Part 2. Part 2 of 4.
He is the fish in the tank again.
Yeah, before we get to that, though, the bits that I almost, like, I had trouble right at the very beginning because we had those, like, you know how they showed the little scenes at the beginning and it was all, like, Knight being sad. Nice. And I was like, oh no.
He's been sad up until now, always.
But it was, like, concentrated. It was just, like, scene after scene after scene after scene of, like, Knight being sad. But yeah, Day and his fish locked in his room, just wanting his slippers. Like, seriously.
How many fish were there?
2.
Was it just two? Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Just
No,
just
that's
just
bad.
Big Mork and Little Day.
Well, listen, it's him and his physical like representation of the tank, his room, but also Mock in his representation of the tank, the society that looks down on him because of his past.
But like, I just have to I have to say something. The mother hiring a new carer who's like a middle-aged man.
The overly emotional guy from the interview from episode 1, the one
Yeah.
who was like, he
He's
will
like
be
in his 40s and like.
the one who cried. Uh,
But yeah, I'm just like, Day is so sassy in this scene. Like, he's like, "Oh, where are my slippers? Oh, I got you new ones. Oh, really? I haven't seen them." And he's like rejected them on the food. So he's not eating his mum's food either.
he was not being a dick to the guy. He was kind to the guy. Had this guy been hired at the beginning?
Oh yeah. Well, he wasn't being mean. He just wasn't giving any of them a go.
Yeah, he was being nice, but yeah, I'm nice, but I'm going through
Distant.
stuff. Yeah.
But yeah, like in actual fact, the rejection of the slippers was more like about the fact that the slippers was on the mother's food. I felt was like, wow, it's like meow.
Yes, because the sleepers were given to him by Mock as like means to navigate this world to bring him safety. It's like he puts the shoes on and he can safely explore the house, and now
like a Superman cape, kind of.
yeah.
But
So
yeah,
he got the car.
yeah,
Once I saw the car, I was like, oh, he's gonna go today with the car. He's gonna go
yeah.
today.
I thought that too, and I'm thinking, and then of course when we got the phone call and everything, I'm like, oh good, see, I was right. He didn't leave them. They didn't break up. He just quit, which I'm so glad about. But I loved how he like did the thing where he like honked the car so he'd know exactly where he was. Like he's always like, thinking about how to bring Day into the moment so that they're together. I love it because I can't.
But before that, I liked the moment when the guy who kept the car for him told him, "Well, don't think too much. You still need to pay for the gas."
Yeah.
And then like this is so real, and like you can decipher this as a message that can actually apply to what he is going through.
Yeah. But I love, and I love how like he's all, I'm thinking, what is he looking for? He's like all stressed, all like moody, and then the phone rings and it's like P-Mork, and he's like, he just lit up like someone turned the.
I was so sure actually he was looking for the charger. I was like, what is the charger lost again?
But he's like, he lit him up like someone had lit a firecracker inside of him. And I just love how he's
the
like,
line exchange where like the new caretaker lost the charger and the Mock is like, should I be paranoid? I love it.
It's like, no, dude. He's like in his 40s. You're safe. but the bit where he said to him, what you can't, I want what you can't give me, which was like how he wanted him to be by his side right now. I was like, oh, why are they so freaking cute? But I loved how he's like, oh, the moon's really full. You should come and see it. He's like, but I can't see anything. And he's like, oh, yeah, you totally can. He's like, no, I can't actually see anything. He's like, I can see something.
But he still does it. He still does it. He trusts him so much. He's just going along with whatever Mork says.
But just the way he's just like, as I said, once again, Mork describing everything, but in a like a cheeky, flirty way. Like, I can see something, an orange t-shirt, shorts, like, It's
flirty.
so cute.
Very flirty, yeah.
Yes. So, but and
I love the fact that once he received the car, I mean, of course, he goes today. This is something that binds him to his sister, and now he has it, and he wants to go to the person who he loves most to share this with.
And also it's like a full circle moment a little bit too, because when he says to him about how I got the car back, and that the car was a sensitive topic there for a little bit, remember, because Day thought it was going to be a thing that took Mork away from him, and in actual fact it's like couldn't be further from the truth. And so when he says I got the car back, he's excited for him. So this is like Day, like we kept talking about how we wanted to see Day supporting Mork and stuff, and this is like when you think about support, people think, doing things like acts of service for another person, but like him being like so happy for Mork that he got the car back, like that is him being there for him and like understanding him
The
and
support is the
knowing.
way,
Yeah.
the fact that Morg is his life, that he believes, he trusts in Morg so much. The whole everyone else, no one trusts him. No one wants to hire him, but
Mm,
they trust him so much, and this is exactly what Morg needs.
mm,
Someone
mm.
to believe in him.
Yeah, but what I'm
For the
saying is,
sake,
it's like him being so happy for him because he knows that this is such an important thing for Day. Like, I mean,
and
Mork,
they're
he
secure.
understands
They
it.
know they're not going to leave each other. Yeah.
Yes, yeah,
Although
and it's so.
I still think I wonder, I wonder if things would be a bit different if they didn't go downstairs after him.
Yeah, I don't know. I don't know. We'll never know, will we? So, but
Yeah.
like I like how, as I said, he thought he had this fear with the car that it was going to be this thing that took Mork away from him, but instead he's like, "Cool, you can use it to take me somewhere." Like he's like, "Take me away with you." Like, yeah, I liked that, and how Day
The
was
fact that
like,
they wave to each other.
oh,
The
before
fact that
that, how
not.
he said about his mum would come around soon, and Mork's like so skeptical. Um, but yeah,
Yeah.
the way that the way they were waving each other, like I love that scene so much. The way that
Mhm.
Mork waves back, even though Day
Yes.
can't see him, like he can feel it. He can feel it with his heart. You know that whole thing
Yes.
about knowing it's happening. So the
He
sentiment is
sees it with
there,
his eyes.
and yeah, just like that whole moment was really really sweet. And once again, it's highlighting how how Mork doesn't treat Day any different than anyone else.
Yes.
And then we had this scene with the
Oh my
mother
god. Oh my
where like
god.
he's
Like,
just like,
oh,
his day has just come from this like really happy moment where, his boyfriend is sweet to him. They're just like any other couple, and then the mother is like treating him like a second. I have to say something here. I got really angry when I was watching this scene for multiple reasons. And if this was a real life situation and I was aware of this,
Mhm.
as a caregiver, I would actually report her, because what she's doing, he's an adult. What she's doing is borderline like locking him up, and
Yeah.
I would call it abuseful. So he's not a child. Uh he's not a risk of harming himself. He's not he's not um there is no reason for her to do what she's doing other than that she's trying to control him, and that's just wrong. So, but I got really
But at the
mad when I
same
was
time, if you reported on her, what would happen next?
here.
Yeah,
Uh,
what happened
well,
next?
here I assumed that the police would investigate it. Probably he would get assistance to move out on his own.
Assistance.
Mm.
Do you think he'd want that?
Probably not in that situation, but I'm just saying, like, I'm not saying someone should do that. I'm just saying, as someone who, if I witnessed something like that, that's what I would do.
Well, yeah, in real life,
Mm.
it does look really bad. It is really bad. And I had this thought, like this, they really are turning her into this dragon mom
Mm.
here. It's here to to serve the
Oh, look,
purpose. It's here
it's a plot point. So
to yeah
it's
to for Knight to step up, for his relationship with Day to be
oh
fixed,
yeah,
for
for
them to
them
have
to
an
bond.
obstacle, like something
Mm.
to overcome to get
Oh,
together.
for sure. But
Yeah,
like all of that aside, besides the fact her like basically keeping him isolated in his room, like just even taking his phone away from him, she's isolating him. Like,
yeah.
if this was a normal situation, I necessarily wouldn't report it because she's locking him in his room, say. But because if you isolate someone like that who's already feeling alone, who already feels like who is um like he uses his phone to like navigate things, like he'll ask it things, he'll show it things, it talks to him, right? So like if you take
What
that
she
away
needs,
from him, it's an
what she
aid
needs
that
is
he's
a
using.
psychologist.
Sorry.
She needs a psychologist. Is
Yeah,
what she
but like
needs.
if in a real life situation, this kind of isolation could push someone to like self harm or like whatever out of because
Well,
becoming
it is what's
depressed.
happening. He's not eating. He refuses to eat.
Yeah. So, but I also think that that's a bit of a game. That to me, I feel like that's his way of trying to like show his
Protest.
Yeah, he's protesting. That's right, because he's clearly not depressed. I mean, as soon as like Mork rings him, he's like, "Hi, babe."
It's a fight. It's a fight of wills because they're very
Yeah.
similar. She
Yeah. Well, I mean, look
and
at him when he walks
him.
back into the room and he's all like smiles, and then she grabs him and he's just like, "Oh, how long have you been here?" He's like, "Damn it, she saw me when I wasn't all like angry and sad." um,
Yeah,
but
it's
yeah,
hard to right now. It's hard. Like this is kind of went to the extreme. It's hard to justify her character right now because what she's doing is just really, really bad.
yeah. Well, it's interesting to see like what will happen next, because when she said to him, like she said, you know, I first, before she took his phone and there was all the drama in that, when she said to him about how she wanted someone who can look after him even if she's not there, and I just thought, oh, okay, Mork is going to have to prove himself, he's going to have to step up, which is what we thought. But then when he said to her, like, you don't think I can look after myself? I mean, there are millions of blind people or vision impaired people who live on their own, who learn to live on their own quite comfortably without any assistance from anyone. It's usually when they go out in the world that they need assistance, but like, you know, they can look after
Hmm.
themselves, you know.
Hmm.
You learn new skills, you learn how to do things, you know, you learn cheats, like how to know when your coffee cup is full of hot water, and you know, so you stop pouring, and you know, there's all sorts of things you can get. There are gadgets, there are gizmos, there are, you know, whatever. And it's like the way he said that to her, like he sounded like such a little boy, and I was just like, my heart broke for him in that moment. And then he said, you know, I thought you wanted everyone to think I was normal, you know, do you not think I'm normal? And like
I don't answer for that.
her silence
Yeah,
on that, and then her saying to him, as long as you're under my, like, you know,
are in my care.
care,
You need to listen to
yeah,
me.
you have to listen to what I'm saying. And I'm just like, oh damn, he's broken out of that jail. Because that's what I would do. Like if I was in that situation, I would be like, okay, well, I just won't be under your care anymore, because you know.
Well, I think, it depends on the country, and maybe he cannot go and ask for Mork to help him right now because Mork hasn't figured out his life. Who knows what kind of
Oh, I don't necessarily mean like long term. I just mean like I'm just waiting for him to like jump the fence, which I feel like might happen.
he doesn't want to do this. He changed. He
Yeah, but
is
I feel like
waiting.
there's gonna be
He's
a
waiting. He's being patient with her. He
he,
doesn't want to fight with her. He's kind of waiting for her to come around. He
yeah,
really
but if
is
she
just
doesn't, there's only so many.
real.
There's only
Come
so
on.
much you can push him into a like, you know, into a little box before he pops out of it. You know, like he's not.
I don't think we'll get to that because this really is a plot point to get like things moving,
Mm,
certain things moving. I don't think we'll get to know
we'll see.
something.
We'll see. We'll see. We'll see. But yeah,
Although
I
there are still 3 episodes to go, so I
true,
might
true.
have to like swallow, eat my words. How do you say it?
I'm just like, we'll see. Wait, let's what do you call it? Mark
To
down
bite
the
my
time, the
tongue.
date, the second, the minute of this one. No, I'm just kidding. Um, but yeah, and then we switched to Mork and Portia, and Mork is cooking, and Portia has got a cute little Bailey. She's really pregnant. I was wondering if we would actually get to see her pregnant, because you know, like in
I
a lot
think
of
we're going
dramas,
to
like the
see her.
person is pregnant with like, you know, air quotations, but they never look pregnant, and then the show ends or whatever.
We we will see her give birth to me. Actually, I think we will see me
Oh, yeah, that would be
because
cute.
we already have a name. We will see me.
Mm. It sounds so funny. We will see me. I will see me. And I will see you.
It's
Okay.
me, right? It's
Yeah,
me.
it
Not
is me. No,
isn't
it's
it? Yeah.
me. No, it's not you. It's me. Anyway, um, sorry.
So
Word.
Mob's past is getting in his
Yeah.
way,
But
and
I love Portia in this scene. How she's like, go ahead and get a job. She'll never hand her son over to a jobless man.
yeah, yes, yeah,
And how she
yeah.
told him off. She told him off for like being able to like support Day and push Day to his limits, but like but on his own he's not at all brave. Like he's just doesn't believe in himself.
Mm-hmm.
So
He needs to be there and believe in him.
yeah. So I liked that. I thought it was really, I really do like her as a character.
Yeah, me
And
too.
then,
I love that.
yeah, and then we have Night trying again with Day. Um, and Day kind of
Yeah,
re-
well, I was expecting this. It was clear that, this whole thing with the map happened so that Knight can save Day and they can reconcile.
yeah.
He gave his phone back. And
Yes,
now,
I
and now, also Day heard
yeah.
their conversation. So it's like it's Knight's fault. She's blaming anyone but herself because
Yeah, yeah. Well,
it's too hard for her to accept that, to accept her fault, to to accept her guilt, not accept, but face her guilt.
mm. and
So,
I mean
the
the
blame
thing,
machine is on.
yeah, the thing with Day overhearing this is he's finally realized that Night's on his side.
Hmm.
Um, and so I love Day coming downstairs. So he's trying for Night, like,
Night,
but
Day is realize that Night is thinking along with him.
yeah,
He's not alone in that
yeah.
situation. Yeah.
And I love how he like goes down there because he's trying. Like he's
Mhm.
gonna try. He's made this decision. He realizes Knight's on his side. He's not the enemy. He's trying,
He's,
but like
he's
old
wearing the
habits die
sleepers.
hard. Sorry,
The Superman. He's wearing the Superman sleepers.
that's right. But like old habits die hard. So like the first thing that happens is they start bickering.
Yes, but I think they didn't bicker. Like, two brothers bicker for a very long time because they just wouldn't talk to Knight. He was
True.
fighting, he wasn't bickering. So when he started bickering, Knight understood right away what was happening. His face changed. He was like,
Yeah,
oh my God, he's bickering with me.
I
He
know.
wants to talk to me.
I know.
It's
And then
like,
it quickly turned from bickering to like a banter where they were just sort of back and forth teasing each other, and it was very very cute. It was very
yeah,
cute.
that is the first thing that he says is, what was it? He gave him the good noodles, right? And so why are not hitting your noodles wanna look cool? So it's kind of like making fun of that, not making fun, but making fun, but in a kind of a rude way, in a brotherly way, but also
Mm,
taking care. This is him expressing his care. Like, why aren't you heating up your
mm,
noodles,
mm,
or whatever?
mm.
And I forgive you. And then he adds for everything.
I know.
Oh,
And Knight's little
and then
face. Yeah, I
and,
know.
and finally got a soft smile for Night. Day's soft smile for Night. And I was like, oh my God, this is so cute. C is killing me with these expressions of his.
Mm. Yeah, I really liked this scene as well.
And him acknowledging the fact that he has received so much more attention by asking, because every question, everything that they say in that moment is loaded. It holds so much meaning. And he asks jokingly, why does she only pamper me?
Mm, mm.
And the fact that they continue bickering and Night just crying, I mean,
Yeah,
wow, it
he's
was
just
so
so
good.
happy because I mean the thing is as well. I feel like Knight is, although he is, we talked about how he's like epically failing in multiple ways with Day off over and over again through this series because of, he's not paying attention to what he's saying, he's
Mhm.
overthinking things, whatever. um in this, like out of him and the mother, he's actually paying attention. He knows what's going on. Like he knows
Mm.
how much Day and Mork care about each other. He knows how much like Mork has done for Day. That's why he's tried to help them
I don't know.
because
I think it's not only him. Well, remember she said she knew about August. I think she does notice stuff, but she doesn't want to accept the stuff that she notices.
yeah, so
That's
like he knows, besides this being like Day forgiving him, it's a huge growth moment as well in like in Day's, like, I guess not recovery, but like, yeah, kind of recovery, because he had this like, while he had this
trauma.
physical, yeah, injury and trauma, he also had a really big emotional mental trauma as well, and this is like a step in the right direction. So I feel like the tears in that were because like he was happy and relieved that he was forgiven finally, but also because he knows it's such a huge thing. Anyway, should we go watch part 3?
Let's go watch part 3.
Okay. Part 3. I just saw something and now I'm like, I'm majorly spoiled for something.
Oh. You know, this part scared me. You know what scared me? Hearing someone, I'm going and doing checkups in case someone donates their eyes to me.
Well, first off, I was just like, if someone donates their eyes, GMMTV, come on. First off, like, what the fuck? Oh yeah, you need some new eyes? Here, have one. I'm not using them. Like,
Yeah.
so many problems with this sentence. I'm hoping it's a translation thing because I'm so tired right now.
Oh, but also, did you see Day's version of "Blame the Stars"? I think that's what that song is called, right? Is up. It's on YouTube, and it has a music video as well.
Oh, okay, no, I didn't. No, I saw something
Yeah.
else. I saw something that's gonna make you mad. It's gonna make you mad. Okay. Anyway, let's not talk about that
It's
now.
gonna make me mad.
Yeah.
Me?
Yeah. Let's not talk about it. All right. Okay. So first off, the beginning of this scene where we had them on the phone together. Was that the beginning?
Yes, they're talking on the phone, and Mog takes some time to answer. I just love how he's like, "Are you a caretaker for someone else?" And he's like,
Yeah.
"Are you cheating on me?"
I know. I like how that's how they're flirting. Like they're making it a joke, which is really funny. But the bit that got me, I mean, it was really cute how he's like, he didn't want to tell him what he was doing until he was like successful, which is really sweet. But like,
It's like he only wants to bring good news.
yeah. And the bit where Day says to him, "This is my new number, so save it in your phone." And he's like, "What should I save it under?" And he's like, "I don't know, kind of thing." And how he
I
saves it.
knew it! I knew it! I knew it! I was expecting Little Day. I was like,
Day,
nailed
Big
it!
Mork's boyfriend. I was
Well,
just
this part
like,
I did not expect Big Mog's boyfriend, but Little Day, I knew it.
yeah, but the Big Mork's boyfriend bit just like destroyed me. I was like, oh my god, why is it so cute?
Again, him saying, "Wait for me, Day." Now that he knows Day is fighting for him, Day actually wants him and believes in him. This sounds reasonable. I wonder again what would have happened had Day not come down the stairs to follow him. How had it taken them more time to get to this point, or I'm wondering.
Yeah,
That was a big thing. Well, I think that was a big moment. Day going after him.
Yeah, and I think as well, like him, saying,
Wait.
Day saying to him, I really liked the bit as well where Day said to him, why didn't you just tell me the truth? Like, he wants to be there for him. He wants to, like, all the things that we wanted him to do, he wants that now, and I just love that. The other thing I really liked about this is how Mork says something, I'm paraphrasing because I can't remember the exact lines, but about he says, I'm going to become someone that your mum will, like, be happy, or I prove to your mum that I can take care of you, or whatever he says. And it's like, I love how, like, Day is so not triggered by it because he understands, like, their relationship and how Mork really feels about him, where he doesn't treat him like he's stupid or a kid, like he can't do anything. Like, he treats him like he's equal when he says, someone who can care for you, he doesn't mean like take care of you because you're blind. He means like be worthy of being your partner. Like that's what he's saying.
Yeah.
And like whereas the mothers, when the mom suggested it, like he was so triggered because of the way she treats him. Like it means something different coming from both of them. Like when he said it,
No, not
like
really. I think that is she knows he can take care of Day as a caretaker. She means he got triggered because she said, he's not a good boyfriend. He's not a trustworthy person. He's not someone you can rely on as a partner. This is what she meant.
Yeah.
Of course he got triggered.
Yeah.
She loves him.
Yeah. But what I'm saying is like in this, I just love how, no, I mean, he got triggered when she said she wanted someone to look after him, because she was talking about like he can't like the way she said it is what he said. You think
Oh
I
yeah,
can't look
yeah,
after
yeah,
myself. So like
yeah.
she's talking about someone who like will do everything for him because he can't do it himself. That's how she put it to him. Whereas that's not what Day is saying to. That's not what Mork is saying to Day. And like I love when Mork says, you know, like so that I'm worthy or like
Yeah,
whatever. He like Day just like once again lights up. He's just like my man. But he's not. It's a completely different thing. Like he's offering
yeah, you're right.
instead, like
You're
he's
right. You're right.
offering, yeah, the partnership. So,
I
but
forgot. I forgot already what happened in the previous part.
it was
I need to
kind of
go read
triggering. So I get it. I get it. So, and then I love the bit where they're like at the. I hated this bit when they're talking about the eye transplant bit again, or eye donation rather. But the bit where he's with Knight and he's like, I'm like, not him saying he's sick of his mum's food, because I feel like I was living in that moment, because I'm like, I'm pretty sure this is resonating with me. I'm pretty sure I said something at one point like it's gonna be like Mork's
totally
mission
did.
in life to have Day like want to eat his food more than his mom's. And it's like he wants to go and eat someone else's food. Like I was like so funny. And I was thinking, oh yeah, Knight's totally going to agree to this because it can kill two birds with a stone, because they're both going to get to see their loves. But then they were just there, and I was like, oh, okay. And so apparently Knight and Portia have been talking, which, I mean, we should have figured
So
that.
apparently she's his girl, and that's his child.
Oh my god, this scene, like, I was just like, I'm like a little bit in love with him right now. I have to say, I'm very impressed. But I love
Very bold of him.
before that happened, I love how like Mork and Dave basically just like skipped off giggling like a bunch of like little kids when like they were like, free, let's go. I just thought that was really, really cute. And then yeah, him talking about how he wanted to spend time with his girl, like my girl, and she's like, what, where is she? And she was like getting low-key jelly. And then yeah,
no, because she's like, is this me? Is it me? It's me, isn't it? It's me, isn't it? And then he looks at the other girl and she's like so disappointed.
I know, right? And then this person who's clearly his friend, he's like, I love he's like taking care of it, that's my baby. I'm like, what a man. I was so impressed. But yeah, and then of course we cut to the scene where Mork's like, why are you still here? Which, valid question. And why are you still coming here rather? And Dave's like, oh, because they want to check to make sure my eyes are healthy for when someone donates their eyes.
No, but do you think they're going to give him his eyesight back?
Do you want me to give you my true answer to this, or like shall I keep lying to you for a little bit? Silence.
I don't want this. Is this going to make me mad? No. Okay, no. I'll just no. Let's move on. Okay.
Okay, so
all right.
I just
no. I don't want to. No. Let's move. We're moving on, right?
We're moving on. We are.
Okay.
So and then of course we had the cute bit where like Day is asking Mork where they're going on their date. And not Mork saying, do you want to go back and spell the jasmine at my house?
Of course. Of course.
And I'm just like, oh, he wants to play some more Scrabble.
Scrabble.
Yes. I broke you, didn't I? You're broken. Come on. Stay with me. But yeah, I loved their date. It was so cute. Like the trip to the library, playing with the kids' pop-up books, and then onto the art exhibit, like where he's explaining in great detail like what things look like. I just love this for them. It was very cute. And the kisses. The cute little kisses. I was dying.
It was really cute. Their date was really, really cute.
It was really sweet. And the painting stuff was all really cute.
Mock asking for support. So nice if my boyfriend was there to support me.
No, I love that. I loved the bit though when they were painting and Day was smelling the black paint and he was just like, oh, this smells like you.
Listen, I cannot believe they're going. I don't. I'm going to deny this until the last moment. I'm not going to believe this.
Till the last Twilight.
Yeah, I just until it happens, I'm going to believe in that until if it happens, like until the last moment that it's not happening.
I just feel like if it's gonna happen, they better fucking pull what do you call it? Like a giraffe out of a friggin' hat. Not a rabbit, a giraffe. I want to see them pull a giraffe out of a hat because many issues with the whole eye donation, eye transplant thing as it is that I'm just. If it's a cornea transplant, you can't give someone a cornea transplant when they're already blind. That's not going to help. I'm not an ophthalmologist, but I'm pretty sure you need a field of vision for it to work, and he has no field of vision, so I don't know. Anyway, but Morg wanting Day there for the first time that he cooks.
For support. Support.
And then having to bribe his boyfriend with kisses. I mean, really, like, it was just really cute.
It was.
And not Day being like, and not Morg being like, oh, we should go home. We've still got a little bit of time, before your curfew or whatever. And Day's like, just stick me on a taxi. Like who is this person? Like, he's just like, yeah, wherever you put me, I know I'm gonna get where I need to go because I trust you. Like, it's ultimately all about trusting. So even the little product placement, which was hilarious, by the way, in the paintings, was actually really cute because they used it as a way to actually also once again prove how much Day trusts Mork when he says to him, like, just try it. It's your favorite drink or whatever. Like, I mean, it could have been one of the paints, but he trusted him.
I want to see the drawing, though.
Oh, yeah, I want to see the drawing, too, because all we got was I loved the bit where he was putting paint on his face and stuff. All we got was the smudges, which I'm guessing were meant to be his eyes. And so I would love to see this as well. I think it's going to be amazing.
Eyes and brows. But it was...
Yeah, eyebrows. Yeah, it could be eyebrows, maybe. Yeah, I kind of can't. I low-key can't wait to see it. I hope they show it to us. It'd be really funny if he carries it in the house and she's like, "You are with Mork," because she could tell because of the painting. Because it looks just like him.
Of course.
Oh no. Okay, so we've got one more part to go.
Let's go.
Of this episode.
I'm scared. I'm so scared.
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay. All right. Let's go. Hello.
Part 4. Oh my freaking god! Are they going to give him like a cornea transplant and still not give him his eyesight back?
That's what it kind of looked like to me.
If this is what they're doing, then oh my freaking god! Like wow. Oh wow.
There's two hands. They're going to give him his eyesight back, but it seems a bit tra-la-la-la-la if they do that. Yeah, and then, or for him to go through all of this, it doesn't always work, like the cornea transplant don't always work. And for it not to work, which is a possibility. Because
this is what's going, that's going to be so painful, but also I will love it so freaking much. And I feel like a horrible person saying this, but oh my god!
Do you know what happened? Do you know what happened at the end of the third part? Right when I paused it before it went to the next section. You know how if you let it go too far, it pops up like the little suggested videos on the actual screen. Well, one of the suggested videos must have been like the trailer for next week, because it's the scene for where Mork is sitting next to Dee, where he's got like his eyes bandaged, and I just went, holy crap, Morella's gonna shit a kitten.
No, this is why. Is this why Mork cries? Because he doesn't get his eyesight back, because he goes through all that and he doesn't get...
I forgot to watch that.
That's in the trailer. I mean, I'm rewatching from time to time because it makes me cry and it's funny. Yeah, it makes me cry every time.
I meant to, like, after the last episode, I was going to go and watch it, and then I forgot. So I'll do it when we finish here tonight. I'll go and watch it. But
oh my god, can you imagine? This is that's so cruel to us, but also so freaking good if this is what happens.
Well, if they do it, it's like realistic, because it's like something it can happen. The other thing is
this series has been pretty realistic so far,
except for all the conversation about the eye donation. It's
I feel like,
interesting because I want to bring it back to the medical side of things.
yeah.
And I mean, it's probably not meant to be looked in on like things too much in such a way.
Mm-hmm.
It's, it's like I've got a friend who's a cop, and like, so whenever I would go and watch and another friend who was in the army, and like whenever I would go and like say watch a movie with them or something, if like weapon scenes and all this sort of stuff, they would, like tear shreds out of them. And there's like this one of the episodes of Not Me I watched with one of them, I can't remember, the one where gun or where White is like learning to shoot or something, and then there's that scene and then another scene, and it's like, like he had nothing over his ears, like and
Yeah.
then they're having a normal conversation, like you wouldn't be able to hear
Mm-hmm.
anything.
Mm-hmm.
Like,
Yeah.
so like they pick apart stuff like that, so I can't help doing that with the medical stuff. And so I actually, while I was watching this, it's really late here, it's like really really late, and I forgot that it's really really late, but I texted my friend who's a doctor. I'm like,
Really?
yeah, it's so funny. I'm lucky because she's actually working at night, so it's all right. But she's just like, she texted back with, "Do you have any idea what time it is?" And I'm just like, "Whoops." And then she's like, "It's all right, I'm working. What do you want?" But yeah,
Desperate times call for desperate measures.
yeah, because I was just like, yeah, what do you call it? I was just like, you have to have some field of vision, right? You have to be nearly blind, not
Mm-hmm.
fully blind. And she's like, yeah, you have to be nearly blind. But
Mm-hmm.
apparently, if it's a full thickness, I think, like transplant, you can restore almost like to 100% vision if it works, if it's successful. So,
Mm-hmm.
but like you have to have some vision. So then being like, oh no, he's fully blind doesn't really fit the story.
Mm-hmm.
And you can't do a full eye transplant. So I feel like the eye transplant, eye donation bit is just them leaving the cornea out in the translation, because you might,
Mm-hmm.
because it has been in a couple of times, like a couple of times
Mm-hmm.
it's been
Yeah.
translated as cornea transplant. And so I'm just wondering maybe if the people who are doing the subs are different people, and maybe those people
Mm-hmm.
didn't know how to translate that into,
Yeah.
like, didn't know how to translate that word, so they just went, oh, I'll do, like, and so that's what's actually happened. But
Mm-hmm.
I, being that I don't speak Thai, I don't know for sure.
Mm-hmm.
But it's just because, an actual eye transplant is not something that's scientifically possible at this time. But the cornea transplant, yeah, you have to have some field of vision left. So I'm like, it could be that what they might be going to do here is like, they're going to, like, because he's young and
Mm-hmm.
he's healthy, like, give it a go.
Mm-hmm.
Do you know what I mean? Because he's only just gone blind. He's like
Yeah.
young, he's fit, he's healthy. Like, these things factor into it. So like, if you're someone who's a bit older, you're not that healthy, maybe you smoke, like all these things can factor into like it failing, or like whatever. If you have some
Mm-hmm.
other underlying health condition, like, so it would make you a bad candidate. Whereas he is like like, post athlete, like, whatever, probably because she was feeding him a really good diet, all this sort of stuff. So he's
Yeah.
almost a perfect candidate, but it could just be
Mm-hmm.
that his vision has gone too far, and that might be why it didn't work. So it'll be interesting to see if that's the way they go, or if they're just going to magically fix him.
No,
And
I cannot accept that.
do you know what
It's
though? I mean,
either
it
me
looks.
not accepting it, or just that genius move of like cruelty, like horrible cruelty, but also amazing. Oh.
I feel like the only way that they can actually do it and it not completely like just piss me off because of like how unrealistic it is they sort of mention something. Knight sort of says something in the trailer to to Mork about how being a boyfriend and a carer is different. Like, Mork doesn't already know this, but
Mhm.
I feel like it would be a kind of a difficult transition to go
Mhm.
from he's only known Day as being like essentially blind.
Mhm.
So to have someone who now suddenly can do everything for themselves when you're used to helping them, um it would take a little bit of like restructuring and a relearning. However, Mork has never treated him like that, so I feel like other people would have more of an issue with it than he would. So I think it would depend on like where they go, if they sort of try and lean into that storyline and kind of make it interesting.
No, that's not.
You're just like,
No,
it's a
once
flat
they
no for me.
introduce once they introduce the transplant thing, it just this is the most important part. What if they is it possible for him to get partly partial vision?
He could just only get partial vision, like, so
What if he gets to see like 1 to 1 pound distance again, and this is where
that's as good as it gets.
Yeah. Well, that would be okay.
It's I feel like he
but
might get.
But not seeing, just going through all that and not seeing that, I love the series, I love the characters, but oh my god, I want to see that.
Yeah, I feel like they probably could bump up his vision a little bit from what it was towards the end there, and it still be okay. You just don't want him to be magically cured, because like that's just unreal. You know, even though it can happen, it's unrealistic in the story that they've painted. By making him fully blind, they've made it an unrealistic expectation to do this. However, and what my friend actually said to me, she's like, "Oh my god, I can't believe you're asking me this about a TV show at like 3 a.m. in the morning." She's just like, "What are you even doing right now?" I'm like, "Podcast." She's like, "Okay." What she said was that like it wouldn't be unusual to get, you know, like 40% or something like that, which would be still, you would still be classed as like visually impaired. Like you would still have potentially you would still need assistance with some things when you went out or something, unless you like you might get like here you might get a seeing eye dog, or you might get just like a cane or something so that you didn't like trip over curbs, or you know, like your life would still be different, but you wouldn't be like blind, so like you would be fully blind. So I guess that they have different options to where they could take this, because they're all so happy and excited. I feel like it did kind of feel like it was sort of like foreboding when he was actually like kind of looking at them. So I don't know, it would make sense to me for them to not do this like sudden miraculous like cure thing, but like to give him something back. And I could see like for to give him something back would like disappoint the mother, would like disappoint everybody, but for him it would be like winning the lottery.
I don't want it. I mean, I'll be okay, but the other idea that he's not getting anything, ooh, that was so good. It's so good.
Yeah, I must admit, I like that, and that would make sense as to why Mork would cry, because, you know, like he wants this for Day because he knows everybody else wants it. Day wants it, you know, whatever.
Okay, so let's go. Let's go to the beginning. Let's get to the beginning.
Yeah, I was gonna say we talked awful lot about this. We skipped everything else, but anyway.
We see the painting right at the start. Have you noticed it?
It totally does look a little bit like him.
The mustache.
I laughed so much when I saw it. I was just like, wow, it really looks like him.
So then he's in a very good mood. Day's in a very good mood. And then the mother canceled her event, and they talk, and he wasn't a good kid this year. She made a meal just for him. And I like that she said, well, he said he wasn't a good kid this year, and she said, well, I wasn't a very lovely mother either. It's family day. And then Night feels excluded, and he almost goes away. You know what? He made me cry here.
Oh, yeah. I literally wrote, Mark is breaking my heart, because he did such a good job of this bit.
He thought everyone forgot about him. And I was like, oh my god, this family is a mess.
Well, I feel like this is the thing. Like, unfortunately, one of the reasons probably why he was a bit of a delinquent previously to all this, with the drinking and the this and the whatever, was like a kind of like a bid for attention, because clearly the mother has always doted on Day. Like if she focused on any of them, it was like Day when he was younger, Day with his badminton, Day with his diet, Day with whatever. Like, there's been no room for Night. Night's just been there. So like
And
he
it
just
got
thought
worse for him when
yeah,
they lost his sight.
yeah. And so suddenly now, in this moment where it seems like things are getting back to normal, but normal to him isn't great.
And now Day can see with his heart, and it's his turn to mend things and see Night for who he is and see how much he's trying, and
Yeah, but the
and
fact as
help.
well that, like, as you said, that Day, who is, once again, I'm using the word fully because they did, blind, can see his brother and how much pain he's in, and the mother's
Yeah.
completely oblivious.
And then we get the scene with Mock, who decides not to call Day because he thinks he's probably spending time with his family, and
Yeah.
he's just letting go.
Once again, Mork is best boy right now.
Yes.
He just is. Even like when like the other staff are all going off to spend time with their family and leaving him to sort of like, he's content to clean up the mess and whatever else. He's like, he has a moment where he's a bit, you can tell he's disappointed, he's upset, but at
He's
the same
being
time,
altruistic.
sorry?
He's being altruistic for everyone
Yeah.
else
He's
at that
just
moment.
like, but it's okay, like it's fine.
And then we see the mother trying to eat with her eyes closed, and then playing and Night trying, and I was like, oh my god, they made it. It's not a trauma for them anymore. It's like the first date, like the test date they went on with Mock. It's not something that is like a tragedy and traumatic anymore. It's just something that they live with and try to be as happy as possible.
Except when this
We
all was
get
happening, I was sitting there going, "Oh, Day, don't forget Mork." I couldn't help it. I was like, "Please don't let
how
him
could
forget
you?
him."
Of course, you would not forget
I
him.
knew the scene was coming though because we saw it in the trailer, but I was still like, "Oh, poor Mork. He's so
And then the
self-sacrificing."
parallel to the beginning of the episode when Mork showed up for Day, nowadays shows up for Mork. And also there was this moment when he just stopped and had this depressed, very very sad look on his face, probably thinking about how he's alone. But then he was like, no, actually I'm fine. It's good. Everything is fine.
Yeah.
Fine. He just went on. And so the moon and blah. And it's funny to me how Day says, I told my mom I went to celebrate with G, and I'm like, and she believed you, of course. He knew where he was going, please.
Yeah.
And then we get the date and Mr. Customer and them practicing it before. It's really, really cute. And I started being anxious at some point because I remember I got, I got lulled into this sense of security. And suddenly I was like, oh my God, something is going to happen soon. And I started being anxious. But then they were being cute again. This is the moment that he wants to go on forever. And the mitten, the oven mitten.
I was like, it
We
was
was
very cooking crush of them.
Yes, but also him showing his support. This is
Yeah.
his support for Mork.
And he
This
drew a sun on it so everyone would know that it's Mork's because Mork is his son.
is so cute. And then they are there, the mother and Night.
Yeah, I was like, Night, what are you doing? They haven't even played Scrabble yet.
But yeah, and Mork just jumping into, no, it's not his fault.
It's all my fault, yeah.
Yeah.
I like how she does like a double take because she's like, yeah, I can't deal with that right now. I've got
Yeah.
jazz hands news. I've got the kind of
funny.
news that gets you to pull out the jazz hands. You're getting an eye transplant. Jazz hands fingers. I'm just like, oh my god.
Oh my god, I can't believe you pronounced this word.
But that's what it looked like to me. That's what that end of the scene was like. And then, like,
actually, you said transplant. You didn't say donation.
Or whatever.
I think they said eye donation.
Okay, eye donation. Her delivery of that, like if she'd gone da 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 and like wiggled her fingers like in the jazz hand kind of thing, I would not have been surprised. It would have fit that. But then we had Mork who was like so afraid to believe it, and Night being like, yes, dude, it's happening, with his little nod, and I was like, okay, well that was kind of cute. And then, but I was just like, oh God, really? They're not going to go there, are they? And then we got the trailer, and I was like, well, hang on a minute.
Uh-huh.
Yeah.
No, I'm telling you, I'm gonna have faith until the end. I'm gonna keep believing that they're going to do this traumatic thing to me. No.
The other thing is
I
as well,
don't want them
depending.
to hurt me.
The other thing is, depending on the type of injury and everything and what's causing the blindness, is what the other thing that she said to me was, is that it's not always a permanent like reversal, so it can actually like work for a while and then just like stop working essentially.
That makes sense.
Yeah, like a rejection almost, but not quite.
I wonder, can it happen that you don't have the vision, and then after the transplant, and then you develop it at some point? Can this happen?
I don't think so. I don't think it'll get better. I think it
Like
it might
it
get
only gets worse.
clearer. Like you could, I
Uh-huh.
believe, like I know when you have, like I know people who've had cornea transplants, and so it's a bit like when you have your cataracts done, similar sort of
Yeah.
thing.
Hmm.
Like when you first have it done, your eyesight's really blurry. They put lots of drops in. After a few days, everything sort of settles down and it gets a bit clearer. But I can't imagine it being like really bad and then all of a sudden getting. I don't really think that's how it works, but I'm not really sure. So I feel like if it doesn't work, it means that it's either his eyes were too far gone, or or of course, I don't know what GMM TV are doing right now. Maybe Thailand have discovered eye donation and they just haven't told the rest of the world, and they are actually giving him a couple of new
People
eyeballs.
walking around like, do you want a pair of eyes? I have pairs of eyes.
Yeah.
Maybe they grow
like
pairs of
a
eyes.
guy in the street with a trench coat.
Yeah.
He opens one side and it's got like watches in it, and the other side's got a bunch of eyeballs hanging out. Eyeballs,
Yeah.
get your eyeballs here. Like, really? I got some spare cash for the weekend. I think I'll just go and sell my eyes.
So if they're doing what I think and hope they're doing, it's gonna be so painfully good. And
well, I mean, let's break it down for a sec, okay? Like these last few episodes are so confusing in the format. They are definitely not really sticking to the format that we have been like living with recently, because like this should have been the episode where he potentially had the eye transplant, I guess, if it's not going to work. Like, I feel like, and then you have to deal with that and so on and so forth. But, like, I feel like if they do that next episode, if they give him his eyesight back next episode, like, what's the 12th episode for?
yeah. If you twist it, if you really want to, you can fit it into the format that we created for ourselves. But there's no point because the series is all over the place. Like it's structured differently. It's very interesting actually in the way it's structured. I heard to spend
it's only really the last couple episodes, because the let's have our like confirmation of our relationship and play Scrabble, that all happened. All the stuff up to then happened normal, like to what we think the schedule is. It's only the last couple of episodes that have been a bit like, I have no idea what's going on now.
Well, if you think about it, episode 10 is episode with relationship issues. They had a bit of relationship issues because of the external force that is testing their relationship, right?
Mm-mm.
And in episode 8, they have to overcome it. And I wonder if the eye transplant, maybe it happens in the beginning of the episode, and towards the end, we're going to reach to some peace. Like we're going to get our balance back,
Mm.
And then episode 12 is just their life after everything, and me being born. And
yeah, I really want to see some more scenes between Nai and Pooja. Like, I want her to hear him say, "That's my child." I'm just like, oh, why are they doing this to us?
I need a spin-off. Can they do a spin-off?
Yeah, raise a kid that's like not his, but like without even like not even thinking about it, not even talking about it. Like, this kid is he's taken this kid. This kid is his. And when I say he's taken this kid, I don't mean in a creepy way he stole it from a pusher. I mean I mean, like, he wants to be this kid's father. Like, as far as he's concerned, that other person doesn't exist, which I really like. I think that's really nice. So, yeah. And now at the moment,
maybe when you feel neglected, maybe a person that feels neglected, I wonder if they don't feel a lot of joy when they can give someone something that they felt they didn't have.
Yeah, it's possible.
I don't know what else to say. It was not as bad as I expected. This episode was, besides, if you don't take into account the ending, it was kind of predictable.
It was, but I didn't like. There were a few bits where I was like, we said, in the beginning.
Not in a bad way.
Sorry.
Not in a bad way. Not in a bad way.
No, but I mean, like I said in the beginning, I was saying, we're not really sure what's happening. Like, what's are they breaking up? Are they just we didn't think. We were so sure he wouldn't leave him, and he didn't. So that was okay. There were a few things we were like, is this happening? Is this happening? But yeah, the rest of it was fairly. But it was cute. I enjoyed watching like them being cute together and stuff. But yeah, the end of it was kind of a bit like, as I said, I was waiting for the jazz hands. But that's just because we're so skeptical about that whole like side of it. I literally have the trailer like playing in the background with no sound on because I want to see him cry.
Oh, yeah.
While we're talking, I'm waiting for the bit where he cries.
You masochist! Why?
Well,
no, just do it.
Like without the sound, it's just cute at the moment. Like, and I'm not feeling the feels.
Yeah. We should watch the video clip for Day's version of the song.
I wonder, because that's the song they dance to, yeah, at the wedding.
No, that's the song that Mork sang to him, and that's the song they made love to. This is the version, Day's version, the version that we heard when they were making love.
Ah, I remember you saying, that Day sang it, and I was just like, I must have missed that. I was too busy. I got distracted by their awesome Scrabble like techniques.
Let's watch it. Should we go watch it?
Yeah, we can watch it.
So, first of all, I love this song so much. It's so beautiful, and the melody and the lyrics and C's delivery, I love it too. And
while we were talking just before, and you were like, "Let's go and listen to this," I was watching the trailer, waiting for the crying Mork bit, and I was like, I saw a flash of a scene, and I was like, oh, because you had said to me previously, we've pretty much seen everything in the trailer except for crying Mork. And I saw this scene of them sitting together by this canal, and I was like, well, we haven't seen that. And then, of course, slap dab in the middle of this MV is them sitting at the canal, or I'm calling it a canal. I don't know what else you would call it. And to me, just my interpretation of this scene, it looks like maybe Day still can't see because...
Yeah, it does look like it.
Yeah, because he's not looking at Mork, and yet Mork is looking at him and holding his hand, and he's holding his hand in both of his. It just seems very reminiscent of how they are now. So, yeah, it could be that you are on the right track. You're like, God, I hope so. But yeah, otherwise
so emotionally invested. Like, they got me to trust them. I put my trust in these writers, in the people that works.
You'll be like, I put my trust in you. That's it.
Exactly. I trust them. They've been doing such a good job so far, so they have to. They have to continue doing a good job. Please.
You're like, they have to make him blind, otherwise I just can't accept it. But yeah. I found that scene interesting because, as I said, what that is the other scene in the trailer that we haven't seen, and yeah, that's what it looks like to me. I mean, we could be wrong. I could be interpreting the scene incorrectly, but just the way he seems to be looking past him instead of like actually at him, and that makes me think that he can't see properly.
This is so cute that we got Mork's version of the song, we got Day's version of the song. For Mork, the lyrics really like resonate because it's him like being forced by the circumstances to express his feelings. And for Day, it's like a more romantic thing. It's him opening up, but kind of blaming the circumstances, but in reality it's just, him making a step forward. So it's a more romantic interpretation. It's really, really, really cute. Isn't it like a bit crazy to have one song in three version in Thai, in a language that you don't understand, added to your Spotify playlist?
I don't know. I was going to say, when you were saying we've got a Day version and a C version, I was like, you should learn this song and then we could have a Morella version.
You know what? I am thinking about it because I'm already thinking about it. I'm already thinking. I just need to learn what each word means.
Yeah.
I'm golden.
I'm like, awesome. I will find I'm sure there's a YouTube video that has like the breakdowns and that. Well, if not now, there will be one. If I find it, I'll send it to you, and then I expect a recording.
You know what? If such video exists, even if it doesn't, I want to do this. I want to do this. I really want to do it.
Yeah.
I'm gonna do it.
I'm like, yes, do it.
No, I'm gonna do it if they don't give him his eyesight back.
Oh, now she's bargaining. I mean, it's already been filmed. We don't know. I'm like, how dare they?
Yeah, no, because if they do it, I feel like my feelings towards the song, it won't change, but I will,
You're like, I'm gonna be hurt. You're gonna be angry.
I'm going to be hurt either way, but in very different
for different reasons.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So
I mean, I feel like, as you said, I feel like it's like when we were having like little mini frustrations when we were first watching Dangerous Romance, and well, not many frustrations, but like if we would have a moment we were like, oh, this can't happen, this needs to happen, and we were like, we got to a point where we were like, you know what, they've done such a good job so far, and it's what you're saying about this show as well. We have to trust them. So let's trust them. We'll see what happens. If they give him his eyesight, maybe they'll do it in such a way that we'll come away going, I did not think I could accept this, but actually I'm totally down. No.
They have done this before, actually, with Night and Vijay. So
yeah,
but still, just let's see what happens.
That's right, because we had in our mind, it's so funny, I'm actually really amused by our like naivety of this in the beginning of this show, where we were like, oh, they're gonna put G and her together and it's gonna be adorable, and now we're like, we're all massive simps for like Porjay and Nine.
Well, I was expecting this because they're going to have a series together, Namtan and Film, but we did talk once we found out that she's pregnant. We did talk about possibilities of like what they can do with her characters, and I remembered that we weren't that excited about her getting a boyfriend, but meaning Night. But at the same time, I remember saying something like, "But it would be realistic because why not? Like, why can't a pregnant woman get a boyfriend because she's pregnant? Like, why not?
Yeah.
And this series has been very realistic so far. This is what sets it apart in a way that it feels special. It feels like they put a lot of attention into details for this series. So you can feel it.
It's like literally the eye donation / eye transplant thing that's the only thing that's holding it up. So we have to see what happens, but there's still 2 more episodes. So 2 more episodes to completely destroy us and build us back up again, or completely piss us off and potentially make us like them again, or just like completely destroy the show for us forever. It's like I'm kind of like rooting for both on one hand, because I'm just like, this has been such an epic journey for you in particular. Into a spiral of obsession with not only this show, but oh my god, you guys, she's so down for Jimmy and C. It's really cute. She's like, did you know? But yeah, so like there's just been this epic journey. So I'm kind of like, do I want to see them destroy Day and Morg and like everyone else and then like whatever, or do I want to see them destroy Morella?
Why would you
Just
want to see me destroyed? Don't you love me?
I do,
Don't
but
you love
like
me?
I do, but like, don't you love Day and Mork? Like,
They
I'm like,
characters in the story, Zoe. We want the story to make sense. What are you talking? You want to destroy me?
no, I don't want
You
to
are
I don't want
evil.
to destroy you, but I think it would be really interesting for the podcast to watch, like, well, not
Mm,
watch because like obviously it's a podcast, but like hear your head explode if they do something you
yeah.
don't like. Do you know what I mean? Just I feel like it would be an interesting talking point. And we
You
get
know,
to
I've
the end
become
and you're
so
just like,
bitchy when
what the
something like
hell?
this happens. See, I've become so bitchy when something happens that I don't like. I feel like no one really wants to hear it.
I don't know. I think it's hilarious when you're bitchy. It's like, it's vastly amusing to me. But no, I just feel like either way, it's going to be an interesting podcast because
Yes.
they're either gonna do a really good job and blow us away, or they're gonna really piss you off, and it's gonna be a very
It's gonna be a
interesting.
nice
Yeah,
thing.
it's gonna be a very interesting ending because we haven't had one so far. We've been really lucky. We really like Dangerous Romance. It ticked all our boxes. So far, this has. We're in love with Cooking Crush because it's just so stinking cute. Like we have
Something's gonna happen at some point.
we have quietly talked about like what happens if we start watching something and we love it and then suddenly they do something and we're just like, yeah, we can't do this anymore, sorry guys. At least they didn't. If they are gonna go the way of the eye transplant and make it like a miraculous recovery, which I kind of feel like they're not going to. I feel like they can't. But anyway, if they did do that, at least they didn't do it in like say episode 8 or 7 or whatever, because then like I feel like I would have been doing this podcast by myself. I would have been looking for guest speakers because Beryl would have been so angry. But at least if they do it right at the end, like you've seen, you could just, it can be one of those shows where like it ended in episode 9 when they were last, or like it ended just before the parents, before his mum burst in at the end of the episode we just saw.
You cannot watch it though. Like if they ruin the ending, usually
Yeah.
cannot go back and rewatch it.
I'll have to
Just
fly to you and like hit you in the head with a frying pan or something and try and give you like just enough amnesia that you can remember everything up to that moment.
Yeah, but I wouldn't want to see it again because I don't want to be disappointed.
No, but
I don't want to have
we would just
such
have
a
to lie and tell you that it ended. That this is, oh no, there isn't anymore. Are you sure? Yeah, totally. There's no more.
Very realistic.
Oh yeah, I know. I would have to destroy.
You should write the story.
Destroy all evidence from the internet. This is where it ended. Well, you know what? I would be really curious to see like either version of like them doing the super positive tralala, everything's magical version, or the we did all this and oh my god, I'm so sorry, but you're still blind version, just to see like what the masses are gonna, and what the reaction, because I remember you saying I haven't really interacted or even like, except for stuff that you've shared with me and stuff like that, I haven't actually gone looking in the tags for Last Twilight. I've been really busy, so I haven't had time, and so I haven't really seen like people's theories and people's like what they want to see happen or like all that sort of stuff. And I remember you mentioning that you thought that a lot of people were talking about, they thought this was gonna happen, that he was gonna have the eye transplant, I hate that I keep saying I hate that they keep making me say eye transplant, cornea transplant, and that he was gonna have like his vision restored or whatever. And I'm like, is that what people want? Like, do they want him to get like, because I feel like that sends the wrong kind of message as well. I feel like I need to say, I need to say that again because I totally just hit the microphone. I feel like that sends the wrong kind of message. Like it sends this message that like, well, first off, that if you're blind, don't worry about it because we can cure it with an eye transplant. Apparently, as long as you just need someone to donate your eyes to them. But
just find a very cute, nice person who wants to donate the eyes.
That's right. I'm not using these anymore anyway. Like, take them or claim disability. Like, I don't know. I don't want to work anymore anyway.
I agree with them. Just for you.
Yeah. Yeah, that's right. I agree with them. Yeah. I have been taking care of them very well. No, but like it's just like, I'm like, is that what people want to see? Because it's, as I said, it's such a bad lesson that like these things can be fixed this easy. And also that I mean, obviously, I think what I was trying to say it earlier on, and then I went off on a tangent. I forgot what I was trying to say, and it was, and this is actually what my friend said, was that it, you know, like, how realistic is this show, Zoe? Like, this is a TV show. Like, do you think they really did a lot of um research into, like, because we were talking about the whole field of vision, you know, like full blindness thing, and she's like, you know, people, unless people know about like we know, like, our background, most people are just going to be like, oh, okay, you know, and not really think too much about it. And so she's like, I'm like, am I reading too much into it? She's like, well, no, but a little bit of knowledge can be a dangerous thing, you know, like when you're trying to enjoy something, like just for entertainment's sake. So most people probably wouldn't have a problem like with the belief of the, like, the medical, like how realistic it is, right? So that's the first thing.
Yes.
The other thing is it's like, as I said, it's such a bad message that like this will fix everything, because that's not really. I am glad that they're slowly fixing bits and pieces like along the way, so at least if they do give him his eyesight back, like, he's mended his relationship with his brother already, like that sort of stuff. They didn't wait to fix that till after he got his eyesight back, because I feel like that would have made it even worse. So I feel like, but I feel like it sends a bad message, whereas like he's
that you cannot be happy. This is not that it's not a happy ending unless he gets his eyesight back.
Yeah,
right?
That's right. That sends
yes,
a really
but also
bad message.
I think that I think they did do research. I mean, you just have to. If you're making, it's such a big responsibility. You're representing like a group of people who usually don't have representation.
Yeah, I'm not saying that they didn't, but I mean, because they haven't actually told us what is actually wrong with his eyes in regards to, like, you know what I mean? Like, they haven't told us what's causing the blindness and all that sort of stuff. So it's ambiguous in regards to you know, what the treatment would be for it and all the rest of it. So you can't really say, oh no, this wouldn't work or this would work or whatever, because they haven't actually given us enough information. So that's kind of what I mean. So, and people who don't know anything are not going to think a big thing about it. It's because we're analyzing it, and it's because I come from a medical background that I'm going, well, hang on a minute, this is like, how realistic is this, or like whatever. But as you said, it sends a bad message. It sends that this, you know, you can only have the happy ever after if he gets his eyesight back, which is crap. Well, and also,
I have no medical background, and I still think that him getting his eyesight back here is a very, very bad idea for this story.
Yeah, and I mean, the other thing is besides it, like, sending that wrong message of, you know, to have the happy ending, you have to have eyesight back. It diminishes all of the work that they've done in this show, which, what you were saying, is they've had all this representation, they've done this research, they, you know, Pierre seemed to want to tell a message, tell a story that was really important about the fact that, like, you know, there is other ways to look at life. Like, pardon once again, Zoe's using eyesight puns, but anyway, and to see
even though you have a disability, it's your normal person. Like, people with disabilities are normal people.
That's right. Yeah, and
this
so
is what they're trying to say
to then
through this
suddenly
series.
like try and magically cure something that, you know, it's at this point with Day where he's not seeing it as a disadvantage, and so, like, to make it this cure where now everyone's so happy for him, and, you know, whatever else, and like suddenly it's all going to be fantastic and whatever, what you're then doing is going around and telling everybody that, like, it was a disadvantage, he wasn't normal, he, you know, couldn't have been fully happy, no one could have been happy, you know, like all the, and it's just such a bad message. So hopefully they've thought that out and they are going to do the other thing, which is that
I trust them. You know, in the beginning, I was trying to convince a friend to watch this series, and they thought one of the reasons they didn't want to start it is because they had a conversation where they were told what a bad thing it would be if they give him eyesight back at the end, and they were like, I don't know. And I was like, no, they're not going to give him the eyesight back. I was so sure. Like, at that point, I think there were already several episodes out, and I was in love with the show already, and they said something like, so they talked about the eye donation several times already, and it's like the gun on the wall, and I was like, yeah, but maybe but I thought they did it just to have this taken away at some point, and we thought it was taken away when he got the confirmation that his eyesight was lost completely. But when now I'm thinking it was a gun on the wall, and now it's going to shoot in episode 8 just to be killed, so that this particular hope is killed off completely. This is that was the setup. This is the payoff to that thing. This is the end of this story. Or the eye transplant thing.
It'd be interesting. As I said, well, we've got two more episodes, so I guess we're going to find out either way.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I guess this is it.
Yeah, it is. We had lots to say today.
Yes. So follow us on Spotify and Twitter and Tumblr. Share our podcast with people that you think would be interested. Thank you so much for the feedback.
And now's a good time to join, because in the next 2 weeks, Morella's head will either explode or not. I feel like we should do a poll. Is Morella going to be happy or not at the end of Last Twilight? What do you think?
Yes. Yeah, we should do it.
Which is basically just a poll asking you if you think he's going to get his eyesight back or not.
I'm gonna go vote. I know your vote is going to explode because you want to see me unhappy.
No, I don't want him to get his eyesight either. I feel the same. I feel quite strongly about it. I feel like it sends the wrong kind of message if he does. I'm okay if they give him partial vision back. Like, I'm okay with that. Like, if he gets something back. But I'm not okay with them making like a miraculous, like, oh, I'm cured and suddenly I can see, like, nothing ever happened.
So thank you for listening to us. Bye-bye.
Bye.